Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. Today we're going to do another Scotch, the Cardhu 12. But before we get in the review, if you could just give a little thumbs up down the bottom, really appreciate that. Cardhu 12, nice little Scotch from Speyside.
It is the heart and soul of Johnie Walker.
Johnie Walker, yeah. Apparently this is one of the whiskeys that is very big into the blend. So owned by Diageo, who owns Johnie Walker, and blend all their things together. Really a different bottle.
Yeah.
For, looking around at some scotches, I kept it in the box just, for filming, but this is totally coming out of the box because this is really cool. There's like indents on the side. It's just it's a very different
tequila bottle.
It's a lot like a tequila bottle. It's exactly what it's like. Big old cork, big old neck to it.
So the Cardhu, gained a lot of popularity in, was it Spain?
Spain. Who knew?
Oh, it's not.
I didn't know Spain was a whiskey place though.
No, I thought it was more wine.
Yeah.
But no, gained a lot of popularity there, and then after that popularity, they tried to play around a little bit. Blending.
Yeah, they tried.
They tried, and it didn't go very well, so that project ended up getting scrapped.
Yeah, they released this is always a single malt, released as a single malt. Usually, if it says Cardhu on it, it's a single malt. If it's a blend, it's a Johnie Walker. They blended in some other whiskeys and released it as a vatted malt whiskey and branded it as Cardhu Pure Malt. Never stated that any of the whiskey was coming from any place else. So they got in a little bit of trouble and
scrapped it.
Scrapped the whole thing. And Scotland created new whiskey laws stating that you can't use pure in the name because it's too vague. That if you have other whiskeys in there, you either can't use the name of the distillery, so you couldn't name it Cardhu if you had whiskeys from other things. That's the reason why it's Johnie Walker.
Yep.
They tried. They failed.
Yep. Well, no fault for trying.
Ooh, that's a nice nose.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
Citrusy.
Honey.
A
little apple.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the nose.
Yeah, there's a lot of different fruit notes with some kind of a spice in there. Just a little touch of some spice in there. I'm not sure what that one is. Well, the palate's a little less complex.
I'm going to say I like the nose more than I like the palate.
I agree. The nose has a lot more characters and flavors. The palate's a little sweet.
It's sweet. It's just smooth all the way through.
Is it brine or... There's a little pepper note at the very end. There's a bit of a brine note to it. And then it's just kind of sweet, but it's thin. It drinks thin.
This is one 95.
Wish it was proof
95 to 100.
Yeah. A 92 of this. This is a 80 proof single malt Scotch. I think at least a 90, mid 90 proof would be great. One of the things I'm starting to try to keep an eye out is cask strength or barrel proof type scotches, because there are a handful that make it here.
Not many, but
I want to try them. I
think anything, the scotches, the Irish whiskeys, anything that we can get over here that's cask strength. I mean,
I did find one.
It's a treat.
I found one. That'll be coming at some other point, but I did find a cask strength Irish whiskey.
I've said it before. I mean, there's a market for it here. Just how hot we drink bourbon over here.
Yep.
I mean, it would sell.
I mean, at this point, 90 proof is more of a base level for most bourbons. If it gets below that, most of the time it's not a high quality bourbon that you're going to be pursuing most of the time.
Unless it's like the base level, like Old Forester. It's 86. Like 84 or 85, 86, somewhere in there.
Doesn't totally not remind me of Johnie Walker though.
No,
there's a very similar profile there. There's a sweet, little bit of a smoke. I'm starting to get a little like that ashy char note in there too. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. But the nose I'm way more complex.
With the nose. It seems
thin.
Watered.
Yeah.
Watered down.
I think when they proofed it down, they might have done too much.
Just a skosh.
Just a skosh too much. Yep. Yeah, the nose is so much better.
Yeah.
It's really what it comes down to. For a 12-year, There might be a little color added, but it doesn't look crazy. Based off the particles I'm seeing, I'm going to go non-chill filtered. So that's my guess on those two things. Of course, normally it says if it's chill filtered. So, whoa, this one actually has like serving size and never 1.5 ounces the serving side per this. Calories.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either. Wonder which law they're trying to cover by doing all that. That's neat. Well, I mean, they're distributing all over the world. There's probably some market where they require those nutrition facts on everything, including alcohol.
So you might as well just throw it in one bottle.
Might as well just put it all in one bottle. It's just funny. I mean, we never require that for alcohol here.
No.
I'm hunting for a fruit. There is a fruit note that's sitting in there, but just the regular sweetness and that little bit of a char and the brine kind of overpower everything else.
A little heavier sip. Right on a big swallow though, you got that char.
Yeah.
You know, the salty, briny.
There's nothing wrong with this bottle. Mid-50s. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Cool looking bottle.
It's definitely a neat display bottle. I mean, we've had better Speysides, in that same price point and a little bit more complex on the palate. So maybe that wouldn't be the first one I'd go for, but absolutely nothing wrong with it. And now I really want to just, do some Johnie Walkers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do some ABs with some Johnie Walker is what I'm thinking. Didn't you just get a...
I have the Jane. I have the Jane Walker.
Yeah, maybe we got to...
That one's, reading the box, it came in more of the dark chocolates, the dark cherries, but...
Man, that's got to be a different... That's not coming from this guy.
No.
I'm not getting dark anything off of this guy. This is very a light floral honey and some lighter fruits, and then the brine and the char.
Yeah, this is the citrus. This is the honey.
Yep.
A little bit of apple. So I'm assuming they've got older ones than 12.
I know there was an 18. I didn't look past that. So, yeah, they probably do. I'm not sure how much they can. Like, how much can you release of a single malt that's also used as a big chunk of the Johnie Walker
The main
blends?
ingredient for Johnie Walker.
So they may not be able to hold on to too many to have multiple lines of long, 12 years and 18 years is a pretty solid amount of time to be sitting there and not touching a whiskey.
That's a small release if they do.
Yeah.
Very small.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
limited.
Handful of barrels blended together, and that's about that.
Probably doesn't make it here.
Agreed. Yeah.
All the more reason to go.
That's correct. I do believe it's on the
It is.
it's on the stop list. if I recall correctly, I believe that's on the stop list I put together of places we need to hit up if we make that trip.
No, I can see why Johnie Walker chooses this as the kind of the heart and soul of their...
Yeah, you can build around that.
No, absolutely.
I could definitely see that.
Yep.
You could definitely build around that as a heart. I just think
I want that
the
job,
palate
man,
gets
to
a
just
little
go
flat.
around Scotland like,
Yeah.
hey, we got to get this.
Diageo, they have a handful of, I'm going to call them headquarters. I don't know exactly what sizes they are, but there's one like on the southern part of Islay. There's a Diageo headquarter. There's one just outside Glasgow. There's like a whole bunch of like they're covering that area. Like they're having a good time blending some whiskeys. That's what that sounds like. The nose is just so much better.
Yep.
Green apples and citrus and honey but the body is, the palate just comes off thin.
Very thin, very watered down.
Yeah.
Again, this one in the 90s would be
Probably really solid.
spot on.
Yep. Definitely agree.
So, I mean, again, that's the one thing I'm interested in seeing when we make it over there. Just if there's the proofs.
Yeah.
Some of the over there could be able to do like an A and B.
Yeah.
Here's what's distributed. Our side.
Here's
what we
actually drink over here. We don't ship this. We don't ship the good stuff to you guys. You'll drink any swill.
Yeah. No, not any. Solid bottle.
Yep.
Can see why Johnie Walker builds around it.
Yep.
Anxious to get over there and
Hell yeah.
see what else is around.
Cool little bottle though.
More to come in the Scotch lineup.
Absolutely.
Way more to come.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you know more about this, and if you said 18,
I think there's an 18, and I think there probably is others.
there's probably a 14 or a 16 mixed in there.
Maybe.
So if you know of it, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely poke our head around some liquor stores here.
Give it a shot.
Looking for it. But again, we appreciate you joining. If you liked the episode, we encourage you to hit that like button down at the bottom of the screen.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You can hit the bell icon, get notified every time we put out a new episode. And hey, thanks very much for watching.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.